From coast to coast of Ireland, our old buildings are calling out to be loved and lived in. But restoration is no easy task. Who dares take on the challenge of reclaiming our ruins as homes fit for the future? On the coldest day of December in the port town of New Ross, County Wexford, Hugh is visiting a Georgian merchant's house overlooking the River Barrow. It's unmodernised and unmeddled with. But retail workers Aaron Deegan and Aileen O'Neill have sold up their former house in order to afford to transform it into a home.
Hello.
How's it going?
Welcome.
What a lovely door surround, isn't it?
It's fab, yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
unusual. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
You're well?
Good. Come on, have a look.
Well, sure. Perfect, isn't it? So it's a terrace of four, isn't it? Four of
It
these
is,
are.
yeah.
And do you know any background to them?
There is a plaque on the very last house. It says 1838. They were originally built.
The house is just outside New Ross's medieval town walls. Aileen and Aaron both grew up nearby and then lived together in the suburbs.
So we were living in Aaron's home place.
With the two kids, when they came along, things just got a bit tight. It was
We
a
outgrew the
two-bedroom
place.
house, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron's mom, Joan, spent the last 17 years living and working in the Cayman Islands, but now plans to move home to New Ross. Aileen and Aaron sought out a house big enough for her to move in with them, the growing kids, rescue dog Ivy, and house rabbit Bungie.
I walked in here and I just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
They were bidding against property investors who had more disposable funds. But this special house's future was protected by the previous owner, Anya, who spent her entire life here.
She actually left the property in her will to concern the charity. And one of the wishes of Anya in her will was to give it to a family if possible. Yeah, I just feel like it was fate that we were the only family bidding on it.
And how much did you spend?
200.
200.
To Aileen and Aaron's kids, Olivia and Oscar, it was a dream come true.
It's going to be our new house.
Say hello to the
There
neighbours.
there she is, Victoria, we're coming for you.
The one careful lady owner trope has played out perfectly here. All the original design features have been preserved.
Is the property listed a protected structure?
Not, we were never told it was anyway, so we're...
No.
You should follow that up.
Yeah,
Because a lot of the windows are original on the front of the house.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they can all be refurbished.
We don't think we can afford to refurbish them. Our plans for the windows would be to keep the same style but have the PVC, maybe double or triple glazed versions.
No.
Really?
No. No. You can't, you mustn't do that. And I tell you why is because the windows, timber sections in
Yeah.
between are really narrow. And that's what makes the house special. You should look for a heritage grant to do the windows.
Wherever possible, the simple elegance of this building should be preserved.
The next part we're going to tell you you're definitely not going to like. Because we're not taking up the floors to...
Wire and plummet.
Yeah, we're going to take down the ceilings, so we are going to lose the cornicing.
Sorry?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think the floorboards are just too good, like the floors are solid. So I think taking them up would be a bigger crime than, like, it's pitch pine.
Oh, I
Do
don't
you
know. I
have-
feel weak. I think pulling down the cornices here, which are in such good nick,
Yeah.
would be a bit naughty.
We're not naughty.
They're not naughty, but there are interventions aplenty. Aileen and Aaron plan to widen and replace the door at the left of the entrance hall with a new double glass one, and knock the two rooms on that side together to make one large kitchen dining room. Alongside the stairs, they plan a cloakroom and toilet, accessed via a newly built archway. The sitting room and kids' playroom will be to the right hand of the entrance hall, also with a glass door, and with the 2 existing rooms knocked into one. On the first floor, Aaron's mother's bedroom will be to the front on the left, with her sitting room behind. The family sitting room is across the landing next to the family bathroom. On the second floor, Aileen and Aaron's bedroom will be straight ahead, with a walk-in wardrobe and ensuite attached. The children's bedrooms are alongside.
What's the budget?
Hopefully 150,000, if not under.
And that's including the refurbishment grant that we've
Of
been
what?
granted, 50,000.
$250,000.
$250,000 what?
That's what this house is going to cost you.
No, I refuse to spend that much on it.
If that's what'll happen, it all tiddles along.
So with our budget, we just don't have the means to fall back on this hidden 100,000 or something.
Who's stripping all the plaster off the walls?
Our builder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
he offered.
Yeah, but you
I know
you have a really tight budget.
Yeah.
So there are things you can do that cost an awful lot of money
Yeah.
because they're filthy jobs.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Hugh wants to pinpoint elements of the project which this pair can take on to stretch their money.
You have to strip all that wall.
Damaged plaster leads to further issues, so it must be removed throughout the house.
If there was any way you could do that, that's where you make savings, genuine savings. And like the floors are just perfect, but you'll be able to lift those.
All the boards will need to be lifted so that heating pipes can be laid beneath.
And you see, the interesting thing about this house
Solid.
is, did you hear? There's no movement.
Yeah. Just solid.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep going.
I was just going to say, you make it sound easier than it is.
Me?
There's nothing easy about this house. At construction, it was dug into an old quarry, and with the outdoor loo still in place, this yard feels as if it's from another time.
Isn't this just fabulous?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's funny, the back of the house reminds me of my uncle's house in Petarlington.
Really?
Yeah.
He was 92, put up the ladder to clean the gutters and fell off and killed himself.
Oh.
That was a good way to go. Do you know what I mean? 92, never sick in his life, over. I loved it. Do you know? I thought it was... I did, I just loved it. So this house evokes memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house also evokes memories for Aileen.
I grew up around the corner, top of the hill on William Street, and back in the day I'd always be playing in the park, and these houses were just untouchable nearly to me, and it's lovely that we're here coming in to bring it back to life.
This untouchable house's heritage details call for a light restoration approach.
The original features in the entire house, with the exception of the top floor, haven't been touched, adapted or fiddled with, which is most unusual.
And I think the fact you were saying about like the heritage of the house, the history, and the more like a work of art, it kind of does make sense to keep them.
Aaron's now on board with taking on the work and preserving the features. But Hugh has a last-minute layout idea up his sleeve to ensure that they maximise light and space in the rooms they will use in daylight hours.
My suggestion is you flip over where you're putting your kitchen and dining to the wider side of the house and have your snug on this side with your playroom in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. We felt better straight away when Hugh was like, no, you have to have the kitchen over here. And we were like, yeah, okay.
For my part, I've never seen a building 180 years old in such great condition. So many of the original features are still in the home. And for me, that's so exciting. And I do hope they don't tamper with it, because this home is exceptionally important to our architectural heritage. Because their budget is so small, they really do need to roll up their sleeves. Otherwise, they'll run out of money.
Some of the things we'd lined up for our builder, we now think we'll actually tackle ourselves. Anything to keep the costs down.
Stripping the entire house as building novices is going to require steely determination. Their days are already full with parenting and their paid jobs. Aaron works full-time for an electrical wholesaler and Aileen at a local boutique. But determined to make their new home happen, they lock their remaining energy in to cover all the soft demo themselves, aided all the way by Olivia and Oscar. Throughout the cold months of January and February, with no power in the house, they strip the walls.
The kids love it. Any chance they can get, they'll come down. And when you see the kids just getting so involved, it kind of spurs us on a little bit more. Myself and Amy couldn't actually stop. If the kids are wanting to keep going, it'll look bad.
I'm so proud of the kids. They really are so excited. Coming from our little 2-bedroom house to this, to them it's massive. It is a big house and it's their dream home. They're troopers, really. Just looking at the place now and being here, working in it, it's a complete building site. We never expected it to be so dirty. There's been tons of wallpaper. I'm so sick of wallpaper. I feel like I never wanted to go back into the house.
While the others tear away the old wallpaper and plaster, Aaron has 12 doors to sand.
Spend hours and hours and more hours stripping the doors. It was good. I think it lost about 3 stone in sweat, but it's needed.
I'm just imagining what these floors will be like when we strip them back and bring them back to life again. It's hard to imagine them now with all this rubble.
They're staying positive, but all the weekend work is exhausting. Spring's on its way, but Aileen, Aaron and the kids have little time outside the house. They're living with Aileen's parents, so their own family time is precious. By March, they've tirelessly thrown themselves into all the aspects of the house stripping, with varying levels of success. Aileen's prepared to take on anything, but her real interest is design. On the drawing board today is a new archway in the entrance hall.
Love the opening. I even feel like get rid of that whole frame, bring it up into a nice curve.
Yeah.
And it'll just give us, it'll feel bigger, even the hall will.
Yeah, it'll look bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it already.
But Arch Design only provides short respite from more demo. They've discovered that the ceilings on the top floor are beyond repair. They don't have cornices, so they will be torn down.
So we watched someone tearing down ceilings and we just thought, yeah, we can do that. So Aaron got inspired and came down one night and then he was like, I have part of it down. So I followed him down.
Only got 10 more rooms left.
And then we were just hammering away and we were like, yeah, we can do this. So 1 turned into 4.
4 months of labour and celebratory one-woman discos since his first visit, Hugh's back to check on progress in his very modern baseball cap hard hat.
Hello.
Good morning. Lovely to see you. You're well.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you. Lads, lots of work.
It's a bit messy.
Yeah.
I wonder, would it be really nice on, you know, the window below this, to get stained glass in? Be wild. Just put in
I
a
would
single
love
pane stained glass.
Yeah.
It'd be modern stained glass, and
yeah.
you know, it'd be just super.
I would love it.
Stained glass is on the wish list, but more practical matters come first.
You've now clarified this is a protected structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
It's a mercy that Aileen and Aaron did the research. If they hadn't, the house's stunning 1830 6/6 window frames, mostly still with their original glass, could have ended up in a skip.
Your windows are really important. The glass is 170 years old, which is wild. There is so little left in Ireland that you're in the lucky and unique position to have it.
We didn't realise.
There you go now.
We're learning.
However, preserving the windows and glass will put paid to the original plans of double glazing.
I don't believe you can get double glazing into those windows. The way you keep the heat in, I'm not being smart,
Yeah, close the shutters.
that's what the shutters
Yeah.
were for. If you can stop the draft in the window, you'll have dealt with an awful lot of the code.
Fully insulated shutter boxes are a great solution for drafts.
And in fact, the worst culprit is in here.
Yeah.
See there?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's how you wrap the insulation
yeah.
into there.
Okay.
So you're the lucky people
They have to look after it.
that have to look after it and nurture it for the next 70 years.
So you're saying if we wanted to sell it, then we could get money for it?
The only money to be made here is by continuing to DIY as much as possible. They've done so much already, but with their stretched budget, they will have to keep up that pace.
You're really doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
No.
No.
Okay, fine. And your kitchen needs to be second hand?
Our friend is a kitchen maker. Like
Fine, but you'd be better off getting a second hand kitchen and getting him to fit it. This is big money.
They can't reduce the workload, but they could make the project more workable by extending their timeline.
When do you think you're moving in here?
Originally, we had planned at kind of end of the summer.
That's an unrealistic 5 months away.
So I would reckon this time next year.
Okay. Aaron's 40 in March next year, and that's what
Perfect.
we're aiming for. We're
That's
aiming for
perfect.
Yeah.
Well done, Aaron. Ah,
house party.
isn't it great?
I might look 50 by the time it's
Come here.
Thank you.
Very nice. Lovely to see you.
And lovely to see
Lovely
you.
to see
Thank
you. Be
you.
good.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Fast progress costs money. At last, in the middle of April, there's a big change on site. Contractor Paddy Kinsella and his team arrive to begin knocking walls for the new room layout. It's the start of shelling out their small budget, but it's a relief for Aileen and Aaron to see somebody else at work.
So today was a major day in our calendar because Paddy and his team started cutting out walls. This is our dream, like since last September, to see the rooms cut out and start seeing it all come to life.
They've engaged with their heritage officer, and the building team is knocking the dividing walls between the front and back rooms on either side of the front door, as well as the back wall where a glass door will open onto the yard behind.
We're grateful as well to the lads. I know this is like a mundane, monotonous job for them, but it's actually, I feel like, major day for us.
After school, Aaron and Aileen bring Olivia and Oscar in to give their verdict on progress.
Wow.
Oh, yes!
Oh my god.
So much bigger and brighter.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love it.
I actually welled up a bit and just thinking, wow, there's no going back now. Jesus, it's all coming together.
It's a big change, but it's only the first in a long list. This building has remained barely altered and unmodernised for almost 200 years. Today, Aileen and Aaron are meeting local historian Miles Courtney, 5 minutes from their house, on the Dumbrody ship in New Ross Port, to find out who lived in it over those years.
Well, we go back as far as when the houses along the terrace there were built in the 1830s. And at the time, the town was basically owned by the Tottenham family.
Yeah.
So we see the Tottenham name on some of your deeds. And I have a copy of a map here, which appears in the Tottenham collection.
There it is.
Yeah. The
Wow,
bar sold
yeah.
coach factory.
Coach factory, never heard of that.
Theirs was one of a number of terraces built by the Tottenhams to accommodate a new class made rich by a new trade.
These developments in the town were prompted by the development of the port, the developing transatlantic trade from New Ross.
Local families used ships like this one to trade with Newfoundland and North America. new fortunes emerged from the port and new families gained power.
Your house marks a monumental change in the change of society here in New Ross. One of the first recorded tenants in it was a Howlett. And the Howletts were a significant family in the development, the mercantile and the commercial development of the town of New Ross.
Empowered by trade with the Americas, the Howletts were local traders who built up new wealth through brewing and the cloth trade.
They were involved in transatlantic trade with the West Indies and the east coast of America.
Okay.
But now we come to a certain dark side to the story, in the sense that with the trade between New Ross and the West Indies and the southern states of America was the slave trade.
While bringing wealth to the new middle class in European cities and towns like New Ross, the transatlantic trade brought immeasurable suffering to the enslaved people in America and the Caribbean.
And it would not have been uncommon because of the trade between here
course.
and the southern ports like Savannah in Georgia. They would have imported tobacco into the towns.
New Ross, like most European towns, profited from and was transformed by the barbaric transatlantic trade in which African men, women and children were trafficked to the Americas as unpaid labourers on plantations. But members of local society fought against enslavement.
There was an active anti-slavery movement here in the town. One of the residents of your house was a Henry Joy McCracken.
In 1857, the Howletts let Aileen and Aaron's house to a McCracken, whose aunt, Mary Ann McCracken, was one of Ireland's most prominent campaigners against enslavement.
I'm so happy to hear that, honestly. I would call myself an activist as well for human rights, and just hearing that, I'm obsessed.
You have a history there attached to that house that just expands across every aspect of the town.
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for all of the house's historic significance, in the present day, its transformation is an exhausting process. The builders have dug the floors and cleared the rubble, but the budget won't stretch beyond full-time workers Aileen and Aaron continuing to labour here whenever they can.
I probably would think I'm a little bit fed up the past month or so. Yeah, it's a struggle to see where it's going or what's going to happen next. Seeing the place, such a shell as it is at the minute, it's obviously nice to see. There's progress, but it's just how is it going to look? How is it going to get fixed from here? There's no way around it. We kind of have to do as much as possible.
6 months since they bought an 1830s terraced house in their hometown of New Ross, County Wexford, retail workers Aaron and Aileen are still spending their every spare moment stripping the house back so that it can be insulated and upgraded. To add to the urgency to create a home, Aaron's mum Joan has moved back after years working in the Cayman Islands.
Well, there's such a good view there, isn't there?
Gorgeous. I'm just envisioning my little craft area there in the window.
Yeah.
She is keen to move into their intergenerational home as soon as possible.
I'm renting a small house just nearby, just until this gets sorted out enough so that I can move in, and rent isn't cheap. So I'm looking forward to not paying rent anymore and putting that money towards like even some paint or some furnishings or something like that.
Gonna have to get a bit moving a little bit quicker maybe, but she has somewhere to stay for foreseeable future, so she's not too bad.
As Joan's cat will be moving in, Aileen's upcycling extends to constructing some personal space for their free-roaming house rabbit, Bungie.
I found this chest on Facebook Marketplace, and for 30 quid, I think it's a great piece.
This bit of home conversion is much more within Aileen's wheelhouse than all the soft demo.
I kind of always had this interest and flair for it. Even when I was younger, I would have done loads of things in my bedroom and like hung things on the walls like way before I should have been able to do it. I've just loved uniqueness to a house, and it's not all modern pieces, fitted pieces. You like it?
Yeah.
I hope no carpenters are watching. Ooh, yay! I am so happy with that. Isn't it cool? I think it looks great.
Bungie is sorted, but for her own home, Aileen is still short of funds. So she's tracked down a second-hand kitchen for only €7,500. She dreamt of a bespoke kitchen, but she had to scale back.
So today was an exciting day. We got to go and pick up our new kitchen. Old kitchen. It's new to us, though. And I just hounded the internet for a second-hand kitchen, got a deal, and we're thrilled.
The kitchen's a van hire and a half-hour's drive away near Wexford town. They've roped in friends, but it requires all hands on deck to get it loaded up.
When we arrived to collect it then, it probably was a bit more like worn than I expected. Or, the photos always probably look a bit better.
Unfortunately, collecting the kitchen is just the first stage. As always, Aileen and Aaron have more work ahead.
No, I'm not looking forward to painting that whatsoever or sanding it, doing nothing. Just get it into the house, please.
It is extra work, but less money. So it's a labour of love again. Everything about this project is a labour of love.
For now, the kitchen and all its associated jobs are stored out of sight, though not fully out of mind, in a storage crate they're renting. Back at the house at the end of July, contractor Paddy has been busy preparing the ground floor.
Laying a radon in today just to get ready for insulation and concrete then next week.
However, after that, Aileen and Aaron's funds will have run out to pay for his team to continue professional work on site. They will be back to DIYing from here on in.
Obviously, they've undertaken the task themselves, which fair play to them for doing it, but it's a mammoth task ahead of them.
"7 months into their mammoth task, and without a finished wall, floor or window in sight, Aileen and Aaron are still managing to keep smiling.
You ready for round 6?
Today they're following Hugh's advice and starting to take up the floorboards in order for insulation to be sandwiched in between floors.
Sit up straight. I think you're leaning too much. I feel like your mother.
Sit up
Yeah,
straight.
that's better, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Hugh. I have a little bit of a bone to pick with him with the floor. At the moment, it's kind of more up to us to just lift up all these floorboards, get ready for first fix, electrical and plumbing.
The floorboards are proving a lot more difficult than we thought. I feel it's the biggest hurdle that we've come across.
I love the fact that we picked the hottest day of the year to do this as well. Yeah, so taking up the floorboards was the first part of the job. I think the second part of the job is kind of taking about 6,000 nails out of the joists.
Each floorboard is held in place with tacks which have no heads, meaning they can't be removed to loosen the board.
Treat them,
Seal them.
stain them.
No, that's just to try and get them back to what they can be.
I do like the idea of, I don't mind
Putting
the idea.
in new floorboards, yeah, me too. I love that idea.
Aileen's the main advocate for saving the original floorboards, but even she is starting to lose faith.
I've lost a little bit of my mojo and enthusiasm because I feel like it is the biggest hurdle.
That's not even for timber.
Are you messing?
That's for metal and steel.
We are feeling it now, and it has been lovely and exciting, and now it's a little bit scarier and daunting.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Against the odds, they've managed to preserve enough floorboards to make their bedroom presentable. Unfortunately, they now need to redirect their energies to a whole new area of problematic wood.
So yeah, recently Paddy discovered that there's dry rot over the lintels. No,
Just try it in the lintels and over them.
like we were a bit kind of disappointed to hear that everything about the house has been in such good condition for such an old property.
This wood cloud has a potential silver lining, though.
This is possibly going to get us the extra 20,000 in the vacant property grant because it would be seen as derelict. So yeah, we're hoping for that top up.
While they wait for news on the grant, Hugh has brought Aileen and Aaron to Dublin's Donnybrook on a summer's day.
Isn't this something else? Just the scale and proportion of the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really inspiring, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just like this, our kids will have the playroom and then our little chill-out room will be just off it, exactly like this with a sliding door, which is so nice to see.
Though Aileen and Aaron won't have an extension themselves, Hugh wants them to think about how the house connects to their outdoor area.
This, to me, is just a fabulous extension.
Oh, wow.
And it just engages with the garden,
Yeah.
which is terrific.
They're also looking for design inspiration for their kitchen.
The black and white tile in the kitchen would be gorgeous.
So big tiles.
Yeah, kind of a 60 by 60
Black and white,
diameter,
yeah.
black and white.
It's very definite. I just think you should think about a more neutral tile
Okay.
that, if you like, you're relying on the kitchen and the features and the shape and the form
Right.
rather than having the strong black and white. I think one day you'll wake up and scream.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. What I have in my head, though, is very nice. I feel like I want to prove you wrong.
But you're going to prove me wrong.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Going by Aileen's great personal style, she could very well be the winner here. And she deserves a win after 7 months of backbreaking work on the house.
Yeah, recently we've found it stressful.
Yeah.
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 haven't we?
Yeah, it's kind of a juggling act between family, work. You know, you have to have some sort of downtime as well.
Yeah.
Money-wise, no, budget-wise, everything is...
Tight.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tight.
For all their work, the budget's still strained. Back at the house in August, though, their major spend is underway and Hugh's dreams are coming true. The team from National Gates and Windows have arrived to remove and restore the original 6/6 windows.
The windows at the front are being taken away to be restored.
The ace the 200 years ago, we were just copying it again. Like.
Have a bit of bad news, a bit of rot in the
Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
No, you don't want that. What I'll do there now is I'll take a sample of the
Okay.
sill in the best position we can get it where it's intact.
Okay.
We'll bring it back to the workshop and we'll,
Replace, or like
replicate
replicate.
it.
Spider. Sorry.
Shocking as they are, it's said that spiders bring good fortune.
We got the top up for 20,000 from the grants. That 20 was falling under dereliction because the lintels were rotted and had woodworm, so they all have to be replaced.
Fixing the rot in the load-bearing lintels qualifies as structural work.
Yeah, definitely the grant has been a boost. I know our budget was always low and tight, but we want to prove that we can bring it up to a great standard even on a lower budget, you know.
Within weeks, Hugh is visiting Aileen and Aaron's windows in the workshop. Kyle Murphy and Orla O'Reilly are talking him through the restoration process.
So the process of bringing a window back, what happens to them?
First thing we do is we remove all the old ironmongery or anything that's on the window. We remove the glass and then we strip the paint. The boys in the factory then go through all the joints and make sure they're all still tight. And if they're not tight, they're all re-glued. And then they're sanded and they're filled, then they're sprayed.
I think it's extraordinary is you can see where you've replaced elements of the timber which were damaged.
Yeah, so
Really, really beautiful. Look.
It's a long process, like a long process.
I just thought you got the windows and dipped them.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
dip
it,
them.
done.
There you go. But
Off you
there's no
pop.
dipping here.
No.
No.
Everything's hand done, like.
All the stripping and everything.
Everything.
Wow.
Very intricate.
Yeah.
So a labour of love. I think your job is fascinating because you're taking something that a lot of people would go out, put it in the bin.
Yeah, we get great satisfaction fixing them.
Has plenty of character as well, then.
My dad used to do woodwork.
Did it, yeah?
Yeah. But he used to get the pig bones,
Okay.
pig's feet,
Yeah.
and melt the glue out of them.
Right.
Yeah, to do the joints.
Yeah.
And the smell in the house was just repulsive. Absolutely repulsive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Perhaps pigs' feet stories don't have the same draw to a younger generation.
So a window like this, shutter boxes, frame, and this is a difficult question. How much does one of these cost me? Lock, stock and barrel.
Is this one of these?
Yeah.
What we're doing?
Yeah.
$2,000, 2,500.
I think it's wonderful to know that there are people in Ireland who can skillfully and with respect,
Yeah.
you know, hang on to our heritage. The wonderful thing about what you've done is all these windows have another good 200 years in them.
Yeah, they'll see us out anyway, you know?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
The eyes of the building are closed for now, but Hugh is popping in to see how close Aileen and Aaron are to completion.
So it's funny, isn't it, when you come in here now with the windows all closed up?
Yeah.
It's like a spooky home.
Yeah.
It's grim looking.
Yeah, it is grim. Yeah.
Lots of work done.
Yeah, it's just, I suppose we're working here every day or whatever week, and it just looks like it's only small bits done here and there. For people, you know, to come in once a month or whatever, they might think, geez, no, you've done so much since we've been here last or whatever. To them, it looks a lot. To us, it just seems just another small bump in the
There's
road.
kind of hidden progresses.
The house remains in darkness for the duration of winter, with progress limited to tired after-work hours. There's a real danger that this challenging project could grind to an absolute halt.
It feels very surreal to be recording this video because recently we got the devastating news that Hugh had passed away. Hard to believe that such a larger-than-life character can just be here one minute and gone the next. And we really, really do hope we make him proud with this. It's kind of driven us to complete it and, yeah, just complete it to what we think he would admire and like. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Hugh.
Aileen, Aaron and the children keep working through a stormy January and February. By March, as the cherry trees come into blossom, the house is finally deemed livable, meaning that their derelict properties grant can be drawn down. I'm visiting New Ross on my friend Hugh's behalf to see if the house has emerged from its own long winter. The refurbished front doors freshly painted, and for Hugh and for Aileen and Aaron, I want today to be celebratory.
Hello.
How are you?
It's nice to meet you.
And you.
How are you?
Great to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've the nicest house on the road.
Don't let the neighbours hear you.
Wow, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous.
Inside, lightness and brightness stream in from all sides. The hall, with its stained glass feature, which Hugh suggested, opens onto a games room and snug on one side and the kitchen on the other.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is it safe to say you're just in time for your birthday?
Almost.
We spent his birthday here, but we weren't celebrating, we were working.
Work. Well, I have
Yeah.
to say, I am blown away. The light, the space, the fact that the kitchen's here as you walk in, and what a genius idea. Was this Hugh's idea?
It was.
On his first visit, Hugh advised moving the kitchen to the brighter side of the house.
It's a very unique feeling for a house of this age to walk in and feel the kitchen just here, but it's the heart of the house.
Yeah.
And it really works. And your kitchen is stunning.
Thank you. We're delighted with it, yeah.
We got lucky with the kitchen. Hugh was down here one week and he was just kind of going through budgets and he just made us realise that we couldn't afford to get a new kitchen.
I spent the weekend looking for second-hand kitchens, totally deflated, thinking we wouldn't find something we loved. And that came up on my phone on the Monday and I just thought, wow.
Yeah.
So we quickly started measuring the space and
It fits perfectly. That's so lucky.
So was there a lot of extra work involved in making the kitchen happen?
it wasn't spick and span when we got it, so there was a lot of work involved and we didn't pay anyone else to spray it or anything, so we hand painted it and...
You did a great job.
As well as cleaning and sanding the kitchen themselves, they paid a kitchen fitter friend to adapt it to suit their space and their needs.
The one thing about you two that I've noticed is you're really not afraid of a bit of hard work.
No.
You know.
No, we love a challenge.
There's still hard work ahead, with the top floor yet to be completed.
I love the floor. I love that the tile isn't in the hall, that it's actually in the reception room or the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now, Hugh didn't love that idea, but I do know Hugh loved to be proved wrong, and I think in this case, you were right.
Hugh may have conceded on the tiles, but his advice won through on the subject of preserving the elegant 1838 cornices.
This little indent at the top of this wall here. Tell me about that, how that came about.
That was one of Hugh's big ideas in the house. It was its original cornicing. It's there, what, 188 years, 189 years. So he just said, whatever you do, you have to keep it. So he came up to an idea that, as you can see, you have the angle.
Because it creates that effect with the light and the shadow.
Old now meets new seamlessly in these rooms. But making that happen was far from straightforward.
To get to this point, it's a challenge, isn't it?
My body personally is just aching from head to toe, but there's bruises and scratches, and Aaron ended up in A&E one day from a broken glass.
Yeah. That's not to do with the divorce either.
Literally blood, sweat and tears.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm proud anyway. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
Let's have a little look around, shall we?
Yeah.
I'll follow you, lead the way.
Yeah.
The bright new games room leads onto a colour-drenched, moody, snug space for the grown-ups.
We've come from a 2 up, 2 down house, so the kids, they've never had their own room and they've never, ever considered even having a playroom. So this, for them, is their space.
I have to say, you have great taste. I'm very inspired by your taste. The colour combinations you've done. The fact that you did that ceiling makes it really cosy. There's loads of little design flows in this house that I absolutely love. Credit where credit's due. Fairness now, it's really lovely. Are you happy?
Thank you. Really happy.
All the finishing work is all Aileen's. That's all her doing.
Aileen and Aaron chose glazed pocket doors between the rooms.
The sliding doors here are just a touch of class.
Yeah.
They're just great.
They just work properly.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Aileen picked out the house's character-packed furniture second-hand on online marketplaces.
We've been lucky with a few vintage finds as well. They look really good, but they're not all that very expensive.
Should we have a look upstairs?
Yeah, let's go.
Dying to see it.
Up the stripped-back staircase, the family sitting room centres around former resident Anya's family piano. Alongside, Nanny Jones' brand new bedroom opens onto a light-flooded sitting room.
Oh, wow, look at the view.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning. So this will be Jones' boudoir.
Yes.
Tell me this now, how is the house going to function in its current state for you guys when you move in?
For now, the only functional bedroom is Jones'. Aileen and Aaron plan to sleep in her sitting room with the kids until they complete the 3rd floor, which is still a building site.
Yeah, well, we're going to sleep here, turn this place into a bedroom just for our family.
Joan will have that room.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight.
I'd say 8 weeks tops we'll have upstairs done, and yeah.
Oh, that's quick. It's going to be very busy, but sure, you're used
to it. The Waltons come to mind.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Just like the Waltons' house, this home combines close-knit family living with a handsome heritage exterior.
One of the big heritage pieces that you've achieved is these windows. Your windows really stand out as beautiful, finished, original windows.
Yeah.
So it was the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, we didn't want to do it at first, but just looking at the end result, it's unbelievable.
Your journey is literally floor to ceiling. Like, the footage of you lifting up the floorboards is like not for the faint-hearted.
Really?
Yeah, I could watch that all night.
Off them.
Sitting there drinking tea and eating chocolate biscuits, watching you lifting floorboards, going, oh my God. And then when you're both pulling the stuff out of the ceilings, I was like, oh God, oh God. I was getting itchy watching it. That's some job, isn't it?
That was disgusting.
How did you not lose heart when you were doing that?
I did. But something that you can't buy anymore. It's like the glass, you can't get it anymore, so we're trying to keep what we have.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
They were worth it. Yeah. There's a lot of good in this house that you preserved. Let's have one final look at that kitchen.
Yeah.
I want to measure up that hob for my own. Yeah. I'm jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Despite the work still to be done here and the sacrifices to be made in terms of sharing rooms, this house has its own exquisite charm. Bungie and Ivy are settling in already.
Talk to me about Money and Sacrifice. That could be the name of your interiors.
The novel.
Your interiors book. Money and Sacrifice, yeah.
Figures-wise, we bought this for 200,000. We got a mortgage from the sale of our other house. So I think at the moment, you're looking at about 110,000 that we've spent just to get this far. We're just about qualified for the vacant property grant and the derelict property grant as well, yeah. So we still have to draw down on that. So that's the next phase of the construction.
So you have 70 grand to spend there.
We have borrowed in between since our mortgage, so we owe a bit. And so we'll have a little bit left over.
What will you have left, roughly?
Less than half.
Yeah. Less than half.
Less
That
than
should be
half.
enough to do the top floor, though, I'd say.
Yeah, we think it will.
You definitely have the back of it broke.
Yeah.
Their budget wouldn't have worked if they hadn't taken Hugh's advice to do so much themselves.
To cut costs, we took on a lot more work. And then the more we did stuff, the more we tried the next stage, and we just kept going to see what our ability could reach, and we saved a lot that way.
And if you had to put a rough figure on what you saved?
Are we up near 30,000-40,000 maybe?
It's a significant sum.
And tell me, Hugh's influence, how big an impact did he have on this build?
Forevermore, we're going to look out the window, and that's the window he advised us to keep.
He's left his mark everywhere, honestly, and it's been such an honour to be part of it, and probably wouldn't look half as good even without his guidance as well, you know, and I am so sad that he won't see it.
I knew him very, very well. He would be very impressed.
Oh.
Yeah, he would be.
That means a lot. That was emotional.
Hugh was looking forward to seeing this sturdy building emerge as a family home, and was always wowed by the family's hard work here.
I can't believe I'm actually here. They were just absolutely brilliant from start to finish. It's just amazing.
My mum and dad did a great job.
It was better than I ever imagined. I'm also looking forward to having our own space and just spending time in our own house with my family.
Growing up in this historic house meant so much to former tenant Anya. She was determined it would be sold to a young family. That thoughtful provision meant that Aileen and Aaron could afford this house. Along with Oscar and Olivia, they have devoted a grueling year of making this home livable within their means. And while there's loads of work still to do, along with Aaron, Aileen has fulfilled her childhood dream of living on this terrace and created a multi-generational home that's exceptional and completely against all odds.
Cheers to Victoria Place! Cheers!